Hey there everybody, Jason here, and today we're going to be talking about The Last Jedi, Expanded Edition, which is a novel done by Jason Fry. So this is a novelization of The Last Jedi, obviously, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. And I know that this movie has been very, I guess, challenging for people. Overall, I really liked it. I thought it was a really good Star Wars movie. I think it's definitely in my top 3 in my Star Wars movies that I've ever seen, behind Episode 3 and Empire Strikes Back, of course, as being my other 2 favorites. But either way, that's my opinion. You guys don't have to share that. I'm not going to hate you if you hate the movie. That's okay. It definitely had its issues, but let's talk about the book here. So, as far as the book goes, the book I appreciate a lot more than I did the movie. Books, I mean, they always are able to sort of capture more emotion, more feeling, and more thoughts from the characters than the movies ever do. Which is why if you ever watch like a series that is based on books, you know, people always just say the book was better. This is because movies can't give you the inner monologue for characters. They just cannot. It's incapable for a movie to do that unless you're actually listening to the character sort of monologue the entire time that you're watching the movie, and narration is bad. But anyway, let's just talk a little bit about this. It expands a lot on certain situations, just like scenes like the throne room with Snoke, or Luke's interaction with Rey on the island, or Finn and Rose's interaction, all that sort of stuff. It just expands upon it in a good way. Does that make the whole like casino scene okay? No, not really. But does it make it slightly better? Yes. The whole interaction with DJ, much better. He is actually sort of like a much more fleshed out idea than what he was in the actual movie. I like DJ, but he's kind of like come and go. But in the book, like, he definitely there's some weight to his character, and I like that. Does he make a different decision? Of course not. Does anyone make a different decision? No. This doesn't change the way that the movie happened. It changes, it adds certain bits of dialogue and certain scenes to it that help basically give it a flow a little bit better than what the movie had presented to us. And the main thing that I will talk about is Rey and Luke on the island. Luke is exactly as Luke was in the movie. I agree with that portrayal of Luke. I don't understand why people are assuming that Luke's been there forever since the end of Return of the Jedi. That math is wrong. I kind of blame Star Wars Theory, another YouTube channel, for that, because he's just not doing his research properly, and he feels that Luke has been on the island for decades, and that's just completely incorrect. Do your math, buddy. Either way, Luke is upset. He feels like he's betrayed some sort of trust with like the Force and his friends and his family, by not seeing what was happening with Ben and not being able to take care of it appropriately. But that's just what it is. He had like such a high, and then he got knocked completely down because he broke apart his sister and his brother-in-law's marriage and their kid and everything like that. That's what he feels like he did. So it makes sense. Luke was sad. He saw the way that the Jedi, or he had found out like how the Jedi had done everything in the past, and he felt that that was not the way to do it. He actually says that in this book, and he says to Rey that you are ready because you're not like the old Jedi, you're something better. You'll do what it takes. And that's what he says. He says that. There's actually a scene in this book where he actually says, Rey, I'm coming with you, and then catches her speaking with Ben, and that's when it goes into the whole thing where he like tries to kick her off the island. But I don't know, just there's certain things in this book that just make everything much more alive, and they flow much better, and reasons behind people's feelings and actions make a lot more sense. If you enjoyed the movie, at least even a little bit, I would definitely recommend reading this book just to get that perspective. If you had trouble understanding certain things that were happening in The Last Jedi movie, read the book. I don't think that it'll, like, it's not going to convert you, but it'll give you a much better understanding of what's going on. Sorry, my AC just kicked in. Damn it. Overall, let me just say that it's not going to make everyone a believer that this movie is the best Star Wars movie ever. What it's going to do is it's going to help you have a better understanding with the inner monologue and dialogue for all of the characters inside it. But I do definitely recommend it. On a side note, I like looking through books and getting, like, either weird editing errors or or just typos and stuff like that. So I found two. So the first one is here. It says, "Every comlink around her begins squawking." Began. Please. For whatever reason, I can't find the second error. I think I may have just seen something and got confused with it. But inside the book also, as just a little side note, it actually had some nice art pictures in there. Just pictures and stills from the movie. And it was just kind of neat. I liked it. It was a nice touch. I actually really like this one. It's really nice. I like that picture of Rey. Either way, let me know down below what you feel about this book. If you've read it, do you intend to read it? If not, to just help expand upon your knowledge of the Last Jedi, or just because it's a Star Wars book and stories are good. But yeah, let me know what you think, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.